Sorry, you've disabled what? Ladies, gentlemen, and Haradrim of all ages, the Uber Uniques, as the devs are now officially calling them, have been temporarily disabled from dropping in Diablo 4. They are just gone for now until a theoretical hotfix that happens later on today. You may be asking why this has happened, and well, let's just say that patch 1.04 maybe messed a few things up. Last night, over the course of a couple of hours, more than 100, perhaps even multiple hundred, Harlequin Crests dropped for players, in an event that I'm going to call Shake-a-Storm. This is a really strange occurrence that happened for quite an interesting reason, and the situation is unique, to say the least. Essentially, in the patch, they enabled unique items to drop from the targeted Helltide chests. There seems to have been a bit of an oversight with this, though, as they programmed the chest to simply have a chance of dropping any unique that goes in the slot the chest is for. For Barbarian and Sorcerer specifically, the helmet slot has no class-specific uniques. The result of that is that anytime a Barb or a Sorc opened a helmet chest in Helltide, it still had that flat chance of becoming any unique, and when it did, because of this, it was guaranteed to be a Harlequins Crest or Andariel's Visage, two of the absolute rarest items in the entire game. This, of course, was only realized by players a few hours after the patch, and within a couple hours of it becoming more well known, Blizzard responded by shutting off the drops of these items just entirely. So let's talk about what all of this means, how important it really is, what could happen as a result of this, and, well, just how sad it is that most players that are not based in the US were asleep while all of this was happening. First up, I suppose we should stop on the morality of the situation just for a moment. All players know these items are supposed to be intensely rare. It's part of what makes them so cool, like a 1 in a million type of drop that any given player would be considered super lucky to get at any point in their Diablo 4 playtime ever. Yet hundreds of them dropped in the span of a couple of hours. Before we dive into this, I will be the first to say that if I knew this was a thing, if I was even awake, as I'm in the UK, so, well, I was sort of asleep at that time, then of course I would have been one of the people using this to farm my own Uber Unique. I would have taken that opportunity, because why on earth would you not given the chance? It doesn't ruin the game, it just gives you a chance to win a lottery that you never had a chance at winning otherwise. I don't blame the people who use this unintended interaction in the slightest. They saw the chance, they took it. It isn't even an exploit, just a mistake from the devs themselves. That said, what will this result in? Well, there will be a hotfix later today fixing the drop tables for the Helltide chest uniques, adding them back into the game, and that's fine and all, but the real question here is, will there be any pushback from the devs on the absolute mass of people who got one of these items last night in a way that they were never intended to do so? Of course, there's no chance that they ban people. Not only was this not any sort of obvious exploit, there would be zero way for them to tell the difference between people who are just rolling the odds on possibly getting one of these by opening a helm chest after the patch, and the people who are aware that the drop rates were unnaturally high and pushing for it as a result, trying to get it, gaming the system. But this could result in a server-wide rollback of sorts. Even with the drop rate being what it was, there was not an entirely untrackable number of drops. It is still within the realm where the developers are fully aware who does have an Uber Unique and who did get it specifically last night. And, well, it's entirely possible that they just decide to take them away from those players. That concept is dangerous, to say the least. As for where I stand on it, I think we let the people who got them have them. The biggest impact that it will have is on PvP in the Eternal realm, where an abnormal amount of players now have these particularly strong items and will undoubtedly be using them in the fields of hatred to pick on those who don't have them, and that does suck. But realistically, we are 13 days away from Season 1 now, and when that happens, all the gameplay from the people who really want to invest their time into the game will be spent on brand new characters, ones who don't have these items anymore. So I say let the players who have them have their fun with the ones that they managed to get, let them actually enjoy them in PvE content and actually have fun and explore these items they probably never would have gotten their hands on, but they'll be reset just in Season 1, right? It's not a big deal, but I guess that's just my opinion. You'll have to let me know what you guys think in the comments. There's not much more to say about this, honestly. It's just one hell of a strange situation, but I felt like we should all know exactly what happened and be aware that, hey, there will be way more players with these items than there otherwise would have been before last night. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on what the developers choose to do about it, and I'll update you all as the situation progresses. I just find this really interesting, personally. But for now, honestly, let's just have a moment of silence for all of us who simply were asleep, or those who were at work when this whole thing went down, those who would have killed for one of those items, instead just had to watch others live out their dreams vicariously. I mean, I cannot explain how sad I was to wake up to see that this was a thing, and my brain just almost exploded with excitement at the thought that I could have one of these super rare things that I've wanted my entire journey through the game, only to have it crushed by moments later seeing that there was a hotfix disabling these items for the night. And, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what they do about it. They might just try and make the drop rates higher for everyone else in response to this. It's just like, hey, season 1's coming, whatever. Let the Eternal Realm be a chaotic mess of fun. Or they might take them away, or they might just do nothing. Let the people who have them, let the people who don't not, and we'll just sort of be sad as a result. Like if you like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world our stage. Goodbye.